From Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square in Fort Worth, Texas, this is the Grandpa and
Well,
Pappy
here
Show.
we go for another day. Yeah, thank you, Bulldog, for a great intro to the Grandpa and Pappy Show, and we welcome you in. If you noticed, there's a familiar face not sitting very close to me over on this side, and that's because Pappy's in Facebook jail. So, live from the Pappy Man Cave.
Better known as Studio B.
Better known as Studio B. That's
26
exactly
more
right.
days anyway. How you doing, everybody? Good to have you on.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we have a fun show planned for you today. You know, Pappy, all those sayings that all of your parents, your grandparents, and people that you love, you know, all these little sayings like slap a knot on your head and all this stuff. It was amazing to me when we asked that question about those sayings that you grew up with, how many people responded.
Oh, Lord.
It was terrific.
I think it's the majority of the people that were raised right or properly. You know, they heard all those isms.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I can remember several of them. As a matter of fact, as we get into the program, some that you've said that is hysterical, that we affectionately call Pappyisms.
They all came right out of Pops' mouth, too. Every damn one of them. Every one of them, bud.
Well, in case you've been around the TV watching the news, our vice president is back from her trip to Central America, and it was really funny to me, Pappy. She gets off the plane in Guatemala, and there's banners there telling her to go home. Trump won, all this stuff. Yeah, and now you're starting to see banners all across the country and the globe. Over at a soccer game in the United Kingdom, there was a banner that said Trump won. And then not before last, at the Boston Red Sox New York Yankee game, there was one that was unfolded up in the upper bleachers that said Trump won. That's amazing stuff.
She I don't even have a word for it.
Oh,
ask her, why have you been to Mexico? Well, I hadn't been to Europe either.
Yeah, that's what she said. Can you believe that? God,
you go your ass to the house, too.
Well, today's show, folks, and we are so glad you joined us. If this is the first time for you watching the Grandpa and Pappy Show, what our show is based on is asking questions and letting you, the silent majority, answer them, and we read them right here, just like you told us. Well, maybe a few exceptions on language, but we want your voice to be heard, and it will be here on the Grandpa and Pappy Show.
We are listening.
We are listening, and we do listen to what you have to say. Today's show going to be fun. The show is sayings that we all grew up with. Goodness gracious. Why don't we just jump in? I mean, let's have a little fun with it. And I'm sure some of you that are listening to this will hear some of these and go, damn, I've heard that before. Or how was it your dad used to do you, Pappy? Go doink right upside the head.
That sticks out a lot more vividly than his sayings did.
Well, let's dig right in. Eric Fultz. Yeah, Eric Fultz started us off. He said for him it was, keep doing that and your eyes will stick.
And he is the she. That's Eric Fultz. Lives up down in Shreveport. Angela Jones McHome, and it might even been me that told her that. I don't know. Angela Jones McHome had three that came to mind. I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
You're grounded.
Mm-hmm.
If your friend jumped off a bridge, would you follow?
I've heard that one before.
I've heard all
my
three
mother
of those.
would. Except my mother would say, if you have a friend jumping out in front of a moving car, you gonna go out there with him?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. I've heard the "you're grounded" many times.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Many
Jimmy
times.
Thomas said one in particular stood out from him, Pappy, from his father. You better give your ass to God, because I'm fixing to wear it out.
Real close to what Pops used to tell me. You better will your soul to God, because your ass is fixing to be mine, boy.
I think we all heard that in some form or fashion.
Oh, he did all of them too. Alice Harvey from Emory, down in your neck of the woods there, compadre, said it was the old standard, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah, there was a lot of our viewers that said that very same thing. I guess that's instilled in all of the parents when kids are born. You know, because
Well, I made the mistake of telling Mom one time I would stop crying if you quit hitting me with that damn switch.
I bet that didn't go over well, did it?
No, I never said it again. I'll put it that way.
I heard that. Cindy Gail Roberts Thomas says for her it was, you weren't born in a barn, shut the door.
Yep.
David Watson followed up to say it was, there's starving kids in China.
Yeah, I heard it a lot.
Yeah, we heard that a lot.
So in other words,
Actually,
eat
they're
what's
probably eating better than we are, you know.
yeah,
so.
eat what's on your plate or go to bed hungry. Yeah. Our buddy Jerry Blum told us it was because I said so, and Bobby Hearn chimed in and say, when your father gets home, you had it.
Boy, I heard that a lot.
That was kind of words that go through your soul right there.
Ain't it so? Michelle Purviance Brown said she recalled, do that again and I'll beat you half to death. For the record, we were never beaten. We were spanked on our butts. Okay.
Boy, they call that discipline. I call that torture.
I remember, Pappy, when I was in high school, I skipped a couple of classes. And me and a young lady went to our house to dally around a little bit. My daddy never came home, ever, for lunch. He did that day and caught us. And he just went into the kitchen table and was eating his lunch that he had packed for the day. So we left, and I came home after practice that day. And I took 2 steps up on the porch, and Dad came out. And that's the only time he ever hit me with his fist. I mean, he knocked me all the way into the yard. And I'm sitting there doing the you know, trying to get my head back together. He helps me up and brushed me off. He said, son, let me tell you something. He said, I know you're going to sow your wild oats, but you ain't going to do it in my field. You understand? Yes, sir. No problem, Pop. No problem.
He helped me straighten the jaw out there. And my dad, I remember my senior year, going into my senior year, just prior to us moving from Lubbock to Houston, I got suspended indefinitely. Dad come in, sat down. He'd already told me, get your ass out of the bedroom. I thought, oh, God, this makes me happen. Here I am, 16 years old, fixing to get my butt lit up. He sat down on the bed and kind of looked at me, which I knew was different already, because usually I could hear the belt popping from the belt loops on his way down the hall. He sat down and he said, you know, you really let me down this time, Joe. He said, you're too big to spank. I think I'll just stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry today. And, buddy, you talk about somebody finding religion real quick. That's a great. You know, he was a big Indian dad. He was pale white. Had them dark circles under his eyes. You know, kind of like he did right before he beat my ass.
Right.
I mean, that got my attention. I grew a halo real quick.
I heard that. Good Lord.
What have we got here? Twyla Richards gave us one that we all used to hear from our parents and grandparents. I've heard this. It was, I walked 5 miles to school in the snow, and Angela Jones McCone added to it by saying it was uphill both ways.
How many times have you heard that?
Well, Grandma would always add with a pail of frozen water in each hand, barefooted. So, oh man, I had it bad when I was walking to school growing up.
Jonathan Delaney said his favorite, Pappy, was when his dad would say, I'll hit you so hard you'll see images of dead relatives behind your eyelids.
Ouch. Hi-ya.
Bam.
Oh, man. Joe Barnes told us it was, you better stop, you'll grow hair there. Joe Walker said, stop crying or give you something to cry about. Darlita McCauley Holland says, for her it was two wrongs don't make a right.
That's exactly right.
Words of wisdom.
Hey, our buddy we hadn't heard from in a while, Judge Chris Wood, said his favorite greeting, Pappy, was, what you no good? Doug Gressett said for him it was, you better eat every potato and pea on your plate. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Pop used to, when he'd greet somebody, he said, tell me something I don't already know, you Peckerwood.
Peckerwood, yeah.
Peckerwood.
My grandpa used to call me that, Peckerwood.
Peckerwood. David Pine told us something that we all probably heard a lot. Go get me a switch.
Oh, man, yes.
And I thought my name was David Daddy. Josh Reynolds said it was the same for him. I was 13 before I knew my name wasn't Jesus Christ.
I can relate to that.
You remember
It
the old
seemed
Bill
like that's
Cosby?
all my daddy would call me. Jesus.
The old Bill Cosby album. He'd go, damn it, get in here. And he goes, Daddy, my name's Jesus Christ. That's damn it over there. He said that was good to get your butt lit up every time, too. So
That's too good. That's good stuff.
funny.
Let's see here. Where we at? Elizabeth Floyd gave us one of our favorites when she said it was, I brought you into this world and I can sure take you out. Mark Winston said, I have to laugh at that because my mother would say that when she was really mad at me. Great memories.
That's because he minded her. That's what made it so great. Eric Turner heard a lot of Cowboy out when he grew up. Stephanie Jean Riddell says for her it was, I'm not cooling in neighborhood, shut the damn door.
I heard that a few times myself. Yeah.
That was something else that Grandma would always say. She said, just rub, skin your knee or something, rub a little dirt on there and get out there and play.
Yeah, I heard that too. Let's see here. Michelle Purviance Brown, Pappy, told us she heard, stop that or you'll go blind.
Do what she
Stop that
do.
or you'll go blind. Deborah McDaniel Casada said for her it was, I'm so pissed I can't see straight.
I heard that a few times too.
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez said it was, I'm happier than a pig in slop. And if I eat one more thing, I'll have to put it in my pocket.
We've heard some good ones so far. Actually, we really have. We're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, we'll be sharing more of the sayings that you grew up with. And so far, you guys have not disappointed. Stay with us. Grandpa and Pappy will be back in just a moment.
Hey, did we do that termite inspection?
That discount agent said we didn't need to.
These are great.
We are back, and we are happy you are with us here on the Grandpa and Pappy Show. If you just joined us, our topic today is those crazy sayings that we all grew up with, and you guys have not disappointed, I'm telling you. Getting back, do I?
I said they never do disappoint us when we ask that.
Never do. Susan Saunders shared an array of things that she heard growing up. Are you broke, gushing blood, or dying? Then get up and go on before I give you something to cry about. I'll beat the brakes off of you. This ain't Jack in the Box. You get what you get. I will beat you from here to Amazing Grace or within an inch of your life. And I can hear Miss Gigi saying that.
Gigi's a sweet lady, but she got that look in her eye, too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. With Mom, it was, this ain't Whataburger. You can't have it your way. I'm the one doing the cooking.
I heard that.
Dale Coacher said he heard, go in the other room. You're just afraid you're going to miss something. Bill Cannon says for him, you'd cry too if you was spanked with a new belt.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'd cry if you were spanked with a belt.
I had an uncle that used to say, "What do you want me to do? Hang you with a new rope?" Okay. All right. Jamie Armstrong says it was because I said so. That's why. And Shirley Mills said for her it was, "I'll slap you into next week if you say that one more time."
And I bet you a wooden nickel I know whose lips that rolled off of. That was her mom, Alma, in Alma. And she would. If she had to go to trouble, tell you she's going to smack you. You better get out of the kitchen.
That's good stuff.
Billy Taylor told us a story about what happened to him. He said, once when I wouldn't eat what Mom had cooked, she said, well, I guess I'll just have to send it to those starving kids in China. I told her I'd go find a box to put it in. That was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. My ass hurt for a solid week. I bet it did.
I'll bet it did. God almighty. Can you imagine telling your mother or my mother that very thing? We may not have made it out of our teens.
Well, with Mom, it was, I'll just have to box it up and send it to Africa because they got children starving there. And I said, good, because I ain't eating it. Wrong answer.
Yeah, I bet it was. Lois Hoffmeyer said it was, "Shut up or I'll give you something to cry for." After I got swatted, William Wilbanks told Lois that it was, "Put it in your pipe and smoke it."
That in your pipe, smoke it, by God.
Yep.
Woo. Jennifer Hoopengarner Thomas said it was a couple for her. One was cry me a cupful, and you better be home by the time those street lights come on.
Yep. Well, I heard that too.
Yes. What we do is go out and shoot street lights with a pellet gun.
Or a BB gun, yeah.
Yeah. BB gun back then. That didn't work out too well for us either.
I'll bet it didn't.
Dude.
Crawford Young says, "I buy you books and send you to school, and what do? You eat the teacher." Bobby Young said, "I always heard it, we'd eat the books." I've heard that too.
Teachers taste better.
That's pretty good.
Bruce Lee Weeks said it was hotter than a hooker's doorknob on nickel night, by God. Well, Paul McKnight said for him it was colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra. That's pretty cold right there.
How many times have you heard that one, Pappy?
I've said it a few times.
Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy. I guess we hear it more often now as we're getting older and we get more cold-natured.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear that a lot.
I bet I've said it a lot of times in the past year.
Yeah. Susan Saunders came back to tell Bruce that this one reminds her of her grandpa. His other one favorite thing was when the phone rang, he'd answer, "Cat House, Head Tom speaking." Okay.
Bobby Hearn said it was, "I put you in this world and I can take you out." And also, one that my dad used a lot. That sun is shinier than a new nickel up a goat's ass. That's pretty shiny. I've heard that quite a few times. That's funny, Bobby.
I heard that. TJ Sanchez, Pappy told us, "You thought it was Kool-Aid, didn't you, boy?" And Will Manziel heard this. "What are you doing in the bathroom all day and night?"
Tell it on yourself, Will.
Oh, now here's a great part of the show I've been really wanting to share with you guys, because Pappy is the king of these old sayings, so we have given it a name. We just call it Pappyisms. Some of the things that he said over the time that he and I have been friends, and some of the things he said on our Facebook group page. Things like, "I'll slap you so hard that your clothes will be out of style when you wake up."
Or I'll slap the taste right off your tongue if you don't shut your mouth.
Ain't no way you came from my loins.
I think Jackie Gleason stole that from Bob.
There you go. And let's see. "Boy, what have you done? You're smiling like a possum licking crap off his teeth."
That was Mom's favorite.
Yeah. It's your nickel. Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's the way Pops would answer the phone. Joe
That's
Nichols,
one of
tell me
the.
all about it.
That's just some of the few pappyisms that we listed down that we wanted to share with you because it's just he's just got so many of these. He just keeps me cracking up. I mean, every time I'm
Just
trying to
repeating
get
what
serious
it
on the show, he'll come out with something. It just cracks me up when I get to thinking about it. But
Try to get you to
anyway,
speak
the
properly,
pappyisms
you
keep flowing, and thank God for that.
Elizabeth Shaker said, if you sleep with the dogs, don't be shocked by the fleas. Rick Rexton shared, I'll kick your ass plumb up between your shoulders. I've heard that a couple of times.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Nona McDonald simply said, just bring me the switch.
Just bring me the switch.
That'd be enough to snuff any problem when Mama says that.
Right quickly, when my brother and I used to go down and visit our grandmother and grandfather on their farm, grandmother told us not to throw a ball in the house. Yes, ma'am. And then she went out and started snapping beans, So we kept throwing the ball and we broke a lamp. So we went out and told her, Grandma, I'm sorry, but we broke a lamp. And she said, okay, go out there and find me a switch.
Yeah.
So my brother, he took me out by the hand. We went out in the field, and he got the biggest limb he could find that took both of us to pull it back up to the back porch. And he said, here you go, Grandma. And she just laughed, And she reached in that big old pocket of her apron, pulled out this birch switch, and like to tore us up. And I told him, I said, don't you ever do me no favors anymore.
Mama used to keep one soaking in olive oil.
Oh, my God. I can't even imagine.
Damn horsewhip.
Kathy Pilati, Kathy Pilati Wilson said it was for her. Just wait. Just wait till your dad gets home. I think we've all heard that one. And Patricia Meisner agreed with Kathy, saying, I hated that. It kept me so scared all day that I would hide under the bed and put mine and all of my sister's underwear on, getting ready for it.
They must not have had very many potholders.
I heard that.
I've done that before. Dad just attacked the legs. Dora Jean Jordan said, one in one hand and crap in the other. See which one fills up quick.
Yeah.
Work for what you want, or you don't get crap. Frank H. Bell said, if you're going to cry, go cry in a truck.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hear it, dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Richard Wise told us it was, don't make me stop this car. Do you really want something to cry about? And Lisa Celia agreed, saying almost the same thing as Richard. So we heard that a lot.
Yeah, Papa always had, if I had to go to trouble to pull this damn car over, we're gonna have a Sunday go meet Jesus meeting right on the side of the road.
Yeah. The come to meeting Jesus.
Emily Whedon says, move your hand or I'm spanking your ass harder. I used to do that a lot too. Mm-hmm. Bobby Wright said he could be sitting on the couch, Mom would move, and we would dodge. She would tell us, why did you jump? You knew you need slapping.
Oh, I can relate with that one. Trust me on this one. Cynthia Stout Waters told us her parents never cursed, so we would hear phrases like "Dad nabbit," "that cotton picking so and so," and "doggone it." Paula Hicks Butler said, "I miss those days and all those old sayings." I do too.
Mom and Dad never cussed either. She'd boo boo in the kitchen. She'd go like that. That's where I don't know what that means. And Grandma Hollis, the sweetest one there, tinkling between cotton socks, ever said, "Fiddlesticks, better get the hell out of the kitchen."
It was time to go.
And the wood spoon was fixing to come out. Oh, Lord. David G. Cohen says to him, "You're going to pay for your raising. If you're bored, I'll give you something to do." I've heard that before. Donna Briggs Moss said it was, "Were you born in a barn? Shut the door." And John Underwood said, "I'll put knots on your head faster than you can rub them." You you don't know. Come here from Sycamore. You don't know. Come here from Sycamore. Dad used to say, "It's like a top knot on the head."
That's exactly correct. Lisa Seeley said, when I told my mom I had bumps on my tongue, she said those were lie bumps. What are you lying about?
That's funny. Because I'd come in and tell Mom a bunch of crock of crap about why my homework wasn't ready or something stupid. You'll stick your tongue in. I'd stick my tongue in, she'd be, oh, you know, channel the tongue stick. Lean back and go, son, why are you lying to me? Man, I spent a lot of time in front of that bathroom mirror, eyeballing my tongue, see which one told on me.
That's greatness right there.
Kelly Couch Gleason said if my grandma would have to stop at a red light, she'd say, just in time to be late. my other favorite of hers was, too bad, so sad. No mind, no fun.
That's right. That's exactly correct. And finally today, Shirley Mills said it was, don't make me pull this car over, to which Wayne McKenzie told her, I heard that many, many times. Aaron L.A. Miller said it was, your ass is grass and my foot is the lawnmower.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, yeah. I have heard that too. Hey, listen, thank you so much, everyone, for participating in that. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed hearing those again. And if you're like Pappy and I, we like to relive some of our memories growing up, and those are certainly some of the memories we cherish the best.
And thank you for allowing us to share that with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look at some of the viewer comments. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Here's another one that we left out, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I'd tell Dad we'd be in the store and I'd see something. I'd go, Daddy, I want that. And he'd go, if it's in but for candy and nuts, boy, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
That's exactly. I've heard that one too.
That told me to shut up right there.
Yep. In our viewer comments, one holdover comment from the Monday show was from Jay Thomas. He said, hey guys, I'm a new subscriber to Grandpa and Pappy and trying to watch as many shows as I can in my off time. Your show on Biden's first 100 days was really good, and your viewers' opinions were very good. I hope to watch more very soon. And we're very happy to have you along, Jay, and thank you for sending that in to us.
And along with Mitchell Wilson, he's a newbie too. Welcome aboard. He said he wants to show where our country is headed. He told us if things don't change soon and Americans don't start standing up for our country, we're headed for a dark time in our history, which we may never be able to get rid of. God help us all.
Ain't that the truth? And here's our buddy from East Texas, Big Al Baker.
Yeah.
He said, I watched your Monday show with your guest, and that was Gary Vaughn and Boomer Goober. First of all, let me thank him for his military service and was disabled doing so. Second, tell him that Boomer Goober guy just cracked me up. It reminds me of a neighbor I used to have that talked just like that. That's funny stuff. Well, thanks, Al. Don't stay a stranger.
Right out of Mayberry RFD, old Boomer Goober is. Finally, to wrap up the viewer comments on today's show, Mark Allison said, with my father and my father and I watched your shows on old home remedies. I wanted him to see it after I had seen it to see if some of these were true. Sure enough, he would laugh and shake his head at some of them in agreement. My father had a stroke and has not been able to talk. So thanks for bringing a smile to his face and memories to his mind. So it's absolutely our pleasure.
That was a sweet comment, Mark, and thank you very much. And our best wishes go out to your dad. And thanks for watching the Grandpa and Pappy show.
Good juju to Mr. Allison. Hope you get up and back in the running soon, brother. And welcome aboard. We love having you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you have an idea, suggestion, or a comment for the Grandpa and Pappy show, it's very simple for you to do. All you have to do is go to our email site, which is grandpaandpappy@gmail.com, or
you can simply hit us up on our show website page, which can be found by keying in www.grandpaandpappy.com. Grandpa and the letter npappy.com. That's grandpaandpappy.com. Where you'll see a big old red button that pops up. Just push that rascal and subscribe. Very simple. How much is it going to cost them to do that here, amigo?
Zero.
Not even
Zero.
a rusty penny. And you have
We won't
access.
even ask you to wash our car, you know. So.
Yeah, my good. Although I like the way you.
Of course,
think.
it would take you all day to wash and dry and wax Pappy's truck. It's so big.
It's bigger. But anyway, yeah, we'd love having you aboard. We're numbers driven, YouTube platform, and you have privy and access to everything that the Grandpa and Pappy Show is all about. Once you
Absolutely.
get on that page,
Yeah, go on the
go to our Facebook group page,
page.
Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the comments, see what the question of the day is, so that you can comment. And right quickly before we wrap up, if you'd like to be a guest on the Grandpa and Pappy Show, just send us a little email or something and let us know you're interested. And
Absolutely.
if so, we'll get in touch with you, get it all set up. And just like Pappy today, in the comfort of his own home, we'll come into your home if you have a laptop computer or what's the other laptop or a iPad. Yeah, thank you very much.
And there is a way of doing it via phone. It's a little more pain in the butt, but we can get it done.
We can get it done with our technical guru over here.
Special K knows a lot about how that stuff is done. So,
We want to
just
thank
let
you
us
for.
know. Let us know.
Yeah, we want to thank all of you for joining us today, and we end every broadcast by telling you to reach out and hug your kids.
Yeah, man, give them a hug from the Grandpa and Pappy Show too, guys.
Yeah, let them know we love them. Absolutely. We'll be back on Monday with another show. We hope you'll join us. So in the meantime, have a great weekend. Take care of each other. God bless you. God bless America. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
See you back on Monday. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.